Keep that flow straight back on them feet. Bounce that, get down low, bounce right. Yes indeed. About to tell me something, maybe I need to figure out how the hell are we cutting. I got a deed to the house and the last of the like. If you tryna do something, you gotta lead with the bounce.
You can almost hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter. And they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And we're underway in Caesars Superdome. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
First play is to the air. And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Rattler to the air now. Completed over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Third and just 2 to go. Rattler. That's caught for the first. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's good for the Saints.
They are throwing it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
This is Alvin Kamara with it. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
This one's knocked away, so that's incomplete, and now we've got a flag down. This may be against the offense as well. You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Rattler setting the throw. Launches one deep downfield. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And they'll down this kick at the 11-yard line, so long field ahead on this next possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Penix to the air to start us off. Fits it through the middle. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They've got 1st down from the 31. A give to Algier on the inside handoff. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's 2nd and 7. Finds him over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here's Algier on 1st down. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Penix working from the gun. He's going to lob one deep down the left sideline. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the shotgun, Penix. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Alontae Taylor has it. And the Saints get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Here's Rattler.
I put the new 4Gs on.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent City of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go from the Superdome. Here comes a return from the end zone. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Rattler to open with a pass. He's going to air one out right away to the 20. And he will dive into the end zone. 78 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. Oh, man, what a start to this one, Greg. Right out of the gate, first.
The fans have settled into their seats, Mike. I mean, you talk about a fast start. There was no settling into this one. This play caller wanted to attack early, and boy, did he ever.
So 7-0 the score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. Jamal Agnew now to return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They'll throw first play with Penix. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
On 1st and 10, it's Penix. He runs with it.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. 25 yards, the pickup there. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Third and long. Plant. It's Penix. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
He's down inside the 10, a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here is a throw left side, going to be intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And not really anywhere to go there. He'll take this up only to the 4. Here's 2nd and 9. Rattler now back to throw. He'll look middle here, and there's Olave. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing now is Rattler. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
To throw, it's Rattler. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down. It'll be a gain of 10 and just enough to move the chains.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a 1st down.
Looking to throw, Rattler. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Throwing is Rattler. That one knocked away and incomplete. A.J. Terrell, the tight coverage there, and he knocks it away.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. That's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down. Now Rattler gonna throw. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up the key 3rd down?
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And
this drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive lineman had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. Here's Rattler. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And
touchdown, New Orleans. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Seibert's extra point is true. The Saints move out on top, 14-0. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
this may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. They just rush that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by him, there is a lot of speed.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
This is why every defense wants to play with the lead, because it allows them to just tee off on the quarterback. Go rush the passer. You're not worried about them handing the ball off or a little quick game. You know they're chasing points, so what can you do? You can get after this guy, and boy, have they ever.
And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa! Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Back to the air once more on second down. That long one's going to bring them first and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They'll look to throw again.
First and goal. The quarterback thinks he's got a shot to take this one in himself. I think he's just a little late in his reaction and decision to turn into a runner. Defense has just enough time to get there. They stop him short of the end zone. Second and goal.
From the 1, second and goal. Kamara going to try to pull his way in, and he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal.
This offense is finding out the hard way, Mike. There is just not a lot of room to operate against this defense down near the goal line.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line. The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Could not get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over. Stopped on 4th and goal.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll go play action now with Penix. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
Here's a 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. From the gun, it's Penix. Throw over the middle, caught by London. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break. I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed.
That is caught back corner of the end zone. Drake London, touchdown Atlanta.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's deep for Olave. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we have reached halftime. These two teams separated by a touchdown. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Agnew on the return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Penix. In trouble, and down he goes.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal. They'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Good for the Saints. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Now he is in. Spencer Rattler. Touchdown Saints. Here's Seibert now for the point after. The kick is good. And the Saints will take a 21-7 lead. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. He's going to tuck it and go.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. London brought in motion. Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Penix. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. 1st down, Atlanta. From the gun, here is Penix. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Penix. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the
He's going to look for the home run ball.
We see this time and time again in the NFL. Now, you want to play quarterback at this level, you better figure out a way to be able to bounce back following a bad throw, a bad series, a bad game. And in this case, he's got to bounce back from a pick on the last drive, and he's got to find himself some easy completions and settle himself back into this one.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rattler. Wide open, middle of the field. He's got his receiver. And he will score. Means touchdown, New Orleans. That's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Seibert's extra point is true. The Saints will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. Agnew on the return. Whoa. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Penix. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Penix. Escaping the danger, throwing, and completing. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. To throw is Penix. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll look to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And he's in. Tyler Algier. Touchdown, Falcons.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Rattler. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Here's Rattler. The throw on the run is complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot. Rattler now back to throw. This one complete to Hill. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Rattler. This one caught at the 4. And he's into the end zone. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, Saints. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. Agnew on the return. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. Mooney in motion. On 1st down, they'll start out with Algier. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Back to the drawing board for this run game, Mike. The offensive coordinator and his staff, they have to do a better job giving plays, giving opportunities to their offense to find success on the ground. Because right now, they have no answers for this defense.
On 2nd down, Penix. He throws right side, down the field, and it is brought in. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until... Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Penix. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. That's Carl Granderson in there to record the sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's going to let this one go deep. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And now he loses the football. The Saints have got it. Well, sometimes the offense tries to make a little too much happen, try to pitch it around, get an extra few yards. Except they lose the ball, and the defense will take over.
Mike, you're exactly right. That is what happened here. That's just a prime example of a player just doing a little too much. Just secure the ball, get as many yards as you can, and make sure your team ends up still possessing the ball. I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, This defense will certainly take it.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Two incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. To throw, it's Rattler. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Returnable from the 17. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. He's got his man. It's Mooney. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's good for a Falcon 1st down. Here's Penix. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. To throw again, it's Penix. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete.
He had a chance to talk with the defensive coordinator. He said they stressed all week to their pass rush. Flush the quarterback to his right. As a lefty, that's not the natural side most guys want to go, but in this case, he gets away with it. But that's something they're going to want him to do the rest of this game.
Penix on 3rd down. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Again, it's Penix. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you?
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll be 3rd down.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. 1st down sack. 2nd down big play attempt falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in 3rd and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
Got his man at the 6. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Justin Reed that time with the tight coverage and the good hands. We'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Penix going to throw again. It is brought in the end zone. Tyler Algier. Touchdown, Atlanta. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons back within a couple of scores. It's 35-21.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's when the offense will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
Now Rattler gonna throw. The reception for Rashid Shaheed. He's close to a first down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Throwing now is Rattler. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throw.
Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
After playing pretty well the first 3 quarters, found themselves nursing a lead. It's a bad time to get the turnover bug here, Mike. I mean, that's twice now in the 4th quarter. They've turned the ball over, and instead of being in prime position to close this game out, they're fighting for their lives.
This is 1st and 10. Now Penix. This is caught at the 2. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Here is 1st and goal. London brought in motion. They'll drop to throw. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes. Drake London. Touchdown Falcons. Now remember, all scoring plays are reviewed. Tight game, tight call. They're going to take a good long look at this one. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board.
Makes the score Saints 35, Falcons 28.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. Oh, yeah. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Olave is the motion man. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. Here's Rattler. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Slot man in motion right. Looking to throw, Rattler. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penn. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. Now a timeout. Atlanta, that's their 1st, and they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. They'll come up now for 2nd down. They'll throw. It's Penix. Now, deep ball for London. That's caught. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Penix. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it 2-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. So, overtime coming up, not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets 1 possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game.
Austin Steinberg set to kick off.
4 quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Agnew on the return. Now on the return, he has lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. putting the tight end in motion. On first down, it's Penix. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On second down, here's a run with Algier. And this will be a Falcons first down. He has this one past the 35 to about the 37.
First down, Atlanta.
The tight end going in motion to the left. Throwing now, Penix on first down. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now a first throw here in overtime. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Olave is the motion man. A run here with Kamara. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
They'll try and run for this with Kamara. And he's going to have the Saints first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Rattler now back to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. That is caught downfield. It's Shaheed. And he's going to go all the way to win it here in overtime. So this one, a win for the Saints. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Saints are winners. As we say, so long from New Orleans.
Feel like I'm never enough. I say I don't give up, so I keep down low. Slowly coming undone, yeah. I run
Yeah, you better pat me down and pray for peace before you let us in. My jettison is full of carnivores and lettuce men. You pushing positive, then we can be the best of friends. We drink the fire from the fountain in excellence. Open sores, open doors like a Trojan horse. No remorse, I make lore fact like college course. Making seconds to records, the textures you could never touch the circle I rolled and you overstepped your effort. I'm the shepherd of leopards, I'll pull you back together. You fall apart, I'll build it back but better. I'm a scoundrel with my pen works adventures.